Good morning. Today I just wanted to fill everyone in on some things. Okay. So hold on. Okay. So today, rewind. Yesterday was really stressful. Yesterday I had the photo shoot for work, where we went to Virgin Hotels, about 7 minutes from FIT, 7-minute walk. I want to say right by 26th Street, I think. So we did that, me and my team. And I mean, obviously I've never worked in the fashion industry before like this. So I guess I didn't really know what to expect. However, whenever I go to work, I always kind of do the same thing, which is, well, let me rewind again. The point of going for an internship is to learn things, and you're supposed to be learning things that you haven't learned before, or it's supposed to be new to you. You're supposed to get new skills, that's the whole point of an internship. However, I just kind of feel like my internship is not doing that for me, and I'm very appreciative that I got this opportunity to intern, and I don't want to seem like I'm not thankful or grateful to have it. However, it's just I've only done 2 things in my entire 63 so far hours for my internship, and that is steam the dresses, which all you're doing is holding up a little thingy to the dresses, and the wrinkles fall out if you go like this. So I mean, yes, it's my first time steaming, but I have my own steamer. It's just a different one. But steaming garments is not hard. And then the other thing I've always done is just find influencers that I feel match the brand aesthetic and that they could work with or send stuff out to influencers for. So that's the two, that's the only things that I've actually done in this internship. And I know internships are sometimes really hard to come by and really competitive because it's New York City. Everyone wants to work in fashion right now. I just kind of feel after yesterday, I just feel really confused and pretty depressed, and I did a little makeup, and I pulled my hair up today to with bright pink bows because I kind of feel very down today, and I wanted a bright color first of all to try and bring up my mood. I just feel I really wanted to have a good cry last night, and I didn't. I just feel I'm so in my head about all of this. Let me explain. So I mentioned, I've only been finding influencers for the brand to work with, which I know that they're gonna need those people. However, I have made 4 different lists for them, and they are so long. I've come up with several different prom influencers that are 17. I've come up with several different reality stars from Love Island, Love is Blind, and all of those things for the brand to work with, and also just regular fashion influencers. And they never actually gave me the list of who they actually worked for. I asked for it, but they never gave it to me because they said it wasn't organized. Well, a lot of the influencers I was putting on the list they already work with them, but it's that's why I asked for the list that they already work with, because they didn't give it to me. So how would I know? So a lot of people I've been researching and stuff, they already have. So not only am I wasting my own time, but I'm wasting their time. So I guess that's one of the things that I'm just kind of really stressed about. Another thing is, first of all, it's unpaid. So if you didn't come here with a lot of money, or if you didn't save up to come here, you're not gonna survive with an unpaid internship unless you literally don't eat, don't sleep and stuff. You just have to be very careful with it, as I'm sure a lot of you know. And so let me talk about yesterday. So Wednesday, yesterday was Thursday, the day before that was Wednesday. And so 2 days ago, Wednesday, I was at work and they had asked me to help with the photo shoot. And they were like, it's very serious, very serious. Like, they were very much making it known how serious it was. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm sitting there thinking, like, why do I get the feeling like they're acting like I'm a 5-year-old right now? You know, like, I've never done a big girl task or a big girl, I've never been serious before, when, like, I'm very professional in the workplace. So I don't know where this was all coming from, but like a week before that, they had a photo shoot in the office, and my boss had asked me if I wanted to come watch, because it was like, the office is kind of like straight, like there's like kind of like a hallway, and then there's like an office, like a room with like a bunch of dresses, and then this was like an empty room with a bathroom right next to it, but they were all connected by the one hallway. So it was, the hallway was like that, like the door was here, the hallway's like this, we all sit here at the end, and then in the very first room by the front door is where the photo shoot was. So obviously you can't see unless you go down the hall and like look, because it's a very small setup. However, she had told me, my boss had told me I could come watch. So I was like, I had gotten up and was standing there for like maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and I had mentioned like, oh, this is really cool. But like, that's not a childish comment by any means. Like, I had told her, like, I had never seen anything like this before. I had worked in social media marketing, but like, that's not really the same thing, you know? But anywho, that was like what I said, and then she had kind of told me to like go sit, like to do my task. But then like 2 hours later, she was like, it's okay if you come see, but just, no, she had just said, it's okay if you come see, you could come see, come on. So I was like, it's okay, I'll just work on my task, because like, you just told me to sit down. Why would I go over there? And then like 2 hours after that, like an hour before I was supposed to leave for the day, she was like, really, come see, like, it's okay, you can come stand, but just don't hover over. And I'm just kind of like, well, why didn't you just say that before? You know, like, you were kind of like, come see, and then you told me to go sit. So now I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm just like, I'm kind of like really confused. I don't know, there's so many things where I'm kind of like not sure about. So then go back to, that was like 2 weeks ago on Thursday, and then this past week on Wednesday, when they were asking me if I wanted to go to the photo shoot, when they were saying like it's very serious, they were also saying like, you can't say, oh, this is cool, you have to act professional. And I'm just like, first of all, why are you targeting me right now? Like, you could have just said like, no, let's not say that, or pull me aside. If it's such a problem and I just told you that this is cool, like, it's an internship. We're supposed to see things that we've never seen before. I don't understand. But anywho, I really hate how this looks like a v-neck. It's really not, but it just keeps looking ugly. But anywho, I felt very targeted because nobody else was saying like it was cool or anything, because they had all seen it before, but I was new. So anywho, fast forward to Thursday, they told me I have to be there at 10 a.m. in Soho at the office. So I wake up early, like, I wake up at like 6 a.m. because I want to have time to get myself together, do my makeup, eat my breakfast, pack my lunch, blah, 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 blah. And also like walk to work. It takes 45 minutes. However, I talk to my boyfriend in the morning from like 7 to 8 while eating my breakfast. So when I finally got there, the makeup artists and hair artists and stuff, they hadn't like done their hair or makeup yet. They were just getting there. And I'm kind of sitting there like wondering, why did you tell me to come here? You know, because I was just like sitting there the whole time, and it's such a small office, like there was really nowhere for me to go. Like I couldn't even do anything. So it wasn't until like maybe 2 hours later, like 11:30 or 12, when we called the Uber to come get us, to bring us to Virgin Hotels, which is 2 streets away from my place. So the first time we called an Uber, the guy saw that we had like a wagon with like photo shoot stuff. We had a steamer. We emptied all the water from it so it wouldn't spill. And we had a suitcase with like like all the heels for the girls, and like the little tiny portable steamer for the girls, dresses and stuff. And So the first guy stopped in front of us, and my boss went to go like pull open the trunk, and it wouldn't open. So the driver was saying like, hold on a second, and then she started coming around because she couldn't hear him. She started coming around to ask him like, can you open the trunk? And then he said, hold on a second, one more time. And then she was like sort of around the back left tire at that point, so she kept walking, and she walked right up to the window and said like, what did you say? Like, kind of because she didn't hear him. And I started to tell her, like, he was like, hold on a second, but then he shut the door right pretty much in her face and drove off. And it was very rude. Like, it was very rude. Like, I don't know why he was like in such a bad mood today, but anywho, that doesn't relate. It was just kind of like you know, like I hadn't really seen that before. However, we had to call a second Uber, and then he came and brought us like 20 minutes to the hotel, which again is right next to mine, so I could have just met them there at like 11:30 or 12. Not to mention, every single day when I do my work, I'm literally just looking up influencers on like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for the brand to work with and putting it on an Excel spreadsheet. I could do that from home. Like, we never have meetings, they never talk to me about anything in the day. I literally just get there, do my work, and then go home. That's it. And then take 30 minutes for lunch. So like, I'm kind of confused as to why I couldn't do that from home, because like if we had like midday meetings and stuff like that, I would understand, but I literally don't do anything. I don't even really get to talk to anyone. So that was a side note. Fast back forward to, we get to Virgin Hotels, and we're getting there, blah blah blah. In the car on the way to Virgin Hotels, my boss, my coworker that works part-time, and me, I'm an intern. And my boss says to the coworker, they're talking about something, and it's just kind of like, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because I think they're from China and they're very like blunt, so they don't really like consider a lot of the things that they think as rude. However, like we here in the US, like everything is pretty much considered like rude nowadays. It's just like how we were raised, you know. But it's like also like consider other people's like feelings, you know. So the day before, like on Wednesday, the day before the photo shoot at Virgin Hotels, I was steaming like for 4 or 5 hours that day, and I had been in so much pain from the day before. I had gone to the gym, and then I had walked around the city for like 3 hours to do my homework assignment, and anywho, I was very, very, very sore. So the fact that that following day, Wednesday, the day before the photo shoot, I had been steaming like all day. I had gotten on my knees for several times in the day just because like it's hard to like reach the dresses and get all the creases out if you're not like, if you're up here or if you're way sitting on the floor. But I would keep like standing and then going onto my knees to do the middle, and then sitting down to do like the very bottom, because some of them are very, very poofy dresses. So you'd have to like lift the bottom and get all of the creases out by the seams. So, okay, I was doing that. I was so sore from doing that, and my knees were so red when I had gotten home that day, and they were red all night, and they were like, if you touched them, they turned like white. They were just really sensitive. So the following day, the day of the photo shoot, in the car, she was telling the part-time girl, they were talking about something, and I wasn't really listening. I was just looking out the window. And then my boss says to the part-time girl, not Sydney. Sydney doesn't know how to steam. But I'm kind of like, first of all, you're the one who said you would show me how to do it, and you never did. And one of the other girls had to show me really quickly, like just once or twice. She just said, okay, just pretty much do this. So that's what I've been doing, you know. But if you wanted me to do it right, you could come show me. That's the point of an internship. Plus, this isn't even like, I didn't get an internship in steaming. But whatever. So she says that. I don't really say anything because I'm like, what are you supposed to say? You know, like, I don't want to get fired. So we get to the hotel, blah, 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 and it's Virgin Hotels, and you need like a key card in order to go to certain floors besides like the lobby. So we go up to this one floor, and we put some things there, like some of the photo shoot stuff in the room, and then we go upstairs. And there's this like sky lounge sort of, and like down the hall that there's like this little room with like 2 little chairs, and it's like a view of the Empire State Building, and it's like absolutely beautiful. Like I've never really seen this before. I'll make a separate video about it because I'm not sure how long this one's gonna go for. But anywho, there's that. So they tell me to stay. Once we get there, they tell me to stay and set up the clothing racks and hang all the dresses on them, and they just leave. And they're gone for a little while. And then when she comes back, she's like, okay, can you steam them? And I really didn't want to steam them because I was in a small little room and it gets hot, you know? Not to mention it's like a sunroof, so like the sun can come in and like microwave you, especially if you're that high up, and especially if you have all of this heat right in your face from the steamer. So I was like, okay, no problem, I'll steam them. So I'm steaming them, and then apparently I had gotten like a call or something on Google Chat, which that morning she was like, just text me if you need me. And I was like, well, I don't have your phone number, because we're always right in the office together. And she's like, she gave it to me, and then she was like, well, just Google Chat me. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? And she was like, you don't have Google Chat? And I'm like, no, why would I have Google Chat? Because she never told me to download it. And she was like, oh, okay, well, go download it really quick and just message me on there. So I had downloaded it, and then I hadn't really like accepted it, I think, or like checked into like Google Chat or whatever, or like set it up, if that makes sense. So I didn't have notifications on because I had never opened the app after I downloaded it, because I didn't need anything, you know, and I didn't think she would tell the part-time girl to call me if she needs something. However, a couple minutes after I'm steaming, the part-time girl comes up and she says, oh, I called you, like, can you come help us, like, get the girls unzipped and rezipped and their dresses and stuff, and help them put their heels on and stuff. So I follow her down, I turn off the steamer and leave. So we're doing that for a little bit. I'm helping them like unzip the dresses, I'm handing them a new dress and then zipping that one, helping them put their accessories on, and helping them step into their heels. And then I'm like, well, can I do anything? And they say, oh, well, you can go get us a food menu. You can call and ask for a food menu and ask for water for us. Like, maybe you're gonna get handed off like that, or maybe I just got like dealt a bad deck. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never worked an internship. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but I did want to like document my experience for anyone who hasn't had an internship, or who might not know what to look for, or like who might not know what to expect in an actual internship, because like that was me. I didn't know anything about, I mean, I had 2 social media and marketing internships, but they were both pretty much online, and they were both, I'm not going to say anything else about those. I don't really want to put those on camera. However, I just like, I didn't know what to expect for this internship. That's why I'm like really confused as to what to do. So after I had called and told them like we needed water, they told me that you gotta order it on the TV. So they start looking at the lunch menu on the TV. Like I said, it was like maybe 12:30 or 1 o'clock at this point. And so I'm changing them, blah, blah, blah. And then a couple minutes later pass, and they start shooting the girls, like photo shoot in the models in the bedroom, like playing with the blinds and stuff. And the owner, she's probably like, I think she's in her 30s or 40s, I'm not entirely sure. But she's like young, she's fashionable. So, and I mean, I'm pretty sure she's nice. So I look at her and I'm like, oh, I have a really good idea. You know, like I'm off to the side, I'm not in anyone's way. I say, I have a good idea, like, because I do content on Instagram. I have for a couple years now. So I'm familiar with like posing and stuff. I need to do better about it myself. However, I'm very aware of some of the poses you can do. So I look at her and I'm like, oh, I have a really good idea. What if, because they were saying they need one of the girls to look forwards because they were both looking out. And I was like, well, what if one of them like kind of holds their hand like this and twirls the other one so that one of them's facing this way and the other one's facing towards the sky or off towards a distance. And she looks at me and she was like, can you go help her? As if I was doing something wrong, or as if I was not supposed to be speaking. Like, am I in the wrong here? Should I have just been a mute the whole time? I'm just really confused, because for a second there I was comfortable enough to offer the boss a good suggestion that I had, and then I felt so ashamed because, first of all, she said it out loud in front of all the models and stuff, And I was just sitting there like so embarrassed. And I'm like, at that point, I was like, I don't want to work here for the rest of my, if they ever offered me a full-time job, I would absolutely decline. And so forward a little bit, I'm very hurt, obviously. So at that point, we were like walking the models to the elevator to take them upstairs, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, I'm helping them get like undressed and stuff. And then after that, what happened after that? There were so many times of like switching back and forth. I talked to some of the models. They were very nice. I think one of them could tell I was like really stressed. And she was like, it's okay. And I was like, man, is my poker face that bad, you know? I guess so. So anywho, once they like are upstairs, they get dressed, and one of the girls takes them back downstairs. My boss takes them back downstairs and then tells me to stay in the high room again, which like partly I don't mind because I'm like, well, if there's nothing I can do, at least I'll have this beautiful view, you know? And also like you can walk down the hall to the Sky Lounge, which is like absolutely stunning. They have this beautiful red velvet couch. It's like dimly lit. And then they have in another section of the Sky Lounge, you have this like dark purple velvet, beautiful set of 2 chairs, overlooking this like insane view of like the Empire State. And then on another section across the room, they have like another set of like red chairs, but they're like leather, but it's like directly in front of the Empire State. I'll try and attach a photo right here if I can. However, like it's absolutely beautiful. If you ever get the chance to stay at Virgin Hotels, I highly recommend it. One of the workers, I can't remember her name, she was an Asian girl. She had like her hair pulled up. She had like a striped shirt from Kenzo. I can't remember her name. She was so nice though. She was an employee. So however, the girls went back down. I was up there by myself all of the day. Like from that point on, it was like maybe 1:30 or 2 at that point, and I had just been left in the room. I kid you not. I was told to steam. It was maybe like 10 dresses total, and it's like I'd been steaming since I got there that morning, so like they were already done. Like I had nothing to do. So until like from like 1:30 or 2 to like 4:30 or 4:45, I was literally sitting up there by myself. Like I took a bunch of photos of the view just because I had nothing to do, and I couldn't go to their floor because I didn't have a key card, you know? So like obviously I was like thrilled to be part of the mix, but I so did not feel like part of the team that day. It was just like very upsetting that like they felt like I had nothing to offer. I already have my bachelor's degree in marketing. I have this 1-year associates of fashion management degree that I'm gonna finish from FIT in May. And I've had 2 other social media marketing internships. I literally do content on Instagram. I have so many ideas that I could offer. However, the first idea that would have been really good for their brand, they declined me and pushed me away. And then around 4:30 or 4:45, I still hadn't gotten lunch or taken a break. And that's when they're like, hey, can you check if we have this dress in this size since I'm up there? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. We didn't have it. So then the part-time girl comes up, looks for it, doesn't have it, walks back down. A couple minutes later asks me to look for this dress. I'm like, okay, we have that. And then asked me to like arrange the like 10 dresses in an order so then she can see what we have and what we don't have. So I'm like, okay, 2 seconds later, done. After that, let me see what happened after that. Okay, it was like 4:30, 4:45. I still hadn't eaten lunch. And then she messaged me like saying like, oh, you could come down and eat. And I'm like, well, I can't get down. Like, I don't have a key card. And then she's like, oh, the boss, I'm not gonna say her name, but the boss will come get you. And then it's like 4:50 at this point, and they're still not there. And then a second later, they all walk up, and then the owner walks in with like the videographer and stuff. And it's not a very big room, so I understand. However, like they are not ready to shoot yet. So me sitting in one of the chairs is absolutely not an issue at all. So they bring, one of the girls brings the food to me and tells me, you can have my mac and cheese and my buffalo boneless wings. The mac and cheese was eaten off of. Don't get me wrong. The part-time girl that I'm talking about, she's very nice, very sweet. I don't believe that it was her fault that they most likely either forgot about me or didn't get me my own food. However, the mac and cheese was eaten off of. I don't even like buffalo sauce, or I'm not a huge fan of wings. Like, I'll eat them, but like, I'm not a fan of buffalo sauce. But they never asked me what I wanted, never asked me what I liked, never even considered me. So they had all eaten, and then I had to wait until almost 5 o'clock to get my food, even though I had nothing to do. And then, again, not trying to complain. If this is how it is, just leave a comment below. Let me know what to expect. I haven't done this before, but like, I know how I should be treated. So if I'm in the wrong here, just leave a comment below. I just wanted to share my experience. So anywho, as soon as the girl hands me the food, the owner of the brand walks in and was like, if you're gonna eat your food, can you go out there? After they had a chance to eat their food and do whatever it is they wanted to do, to just relax and take a second. But at the same time, all day pretty much, I've had no human interaction. So I'm already kind of in my head, because that's how you are. If you don't have any human interaction, you don't have any new inflow of information, like, you're going to be in your head about things. So like, I was already kind of frustrated about it. And they literally, like I said, handed me some eaten off of food, and then they brought another box in, 4 cold fries, which I ate because I was literally starving, and pretty much said like, oh, I'm not really hungry. And then they had like, I kid you not, like this much, like half of a club sandwich. It was cold, by the way. So I mean, I had a couple bites of that because like, I don't want to pass out, because you're not going to feed me food that you got for me, you got for someone else. They just didn't want it. And then they tell me like, oh, we've been sharing. I get if you can't afford to get people lunch, but don't have everyone come, especially me. Like, if there's no reason for me to be there and you tell me not to bring my lunch because you're gonna provide lunch, but then you like make me wait till the end of the day to even eat, I don't really know. Like, I'm really trying to be positive about this, but I'm not sure how to feel just because I haven't had this experience before. So then, like I say, I have a couple bites. I'm finally eating my sandwich. I get called over again to do work, and I haven't even had a second to eat. Meanwhile, you guys have just stuffed your faces, in the nicest way, stuff your faces with like food and made me wait, and then call me over and interrupt me eating the one piece of food that I actually can eat. So then I start changing the girls again, zipping them up, unzipping them, giving them a new dress, putting their shoes on, and then I get asked to steam something again, even though I've already steamed it. It's just like I'm not familiar with how to steam like on top of a crease, because I've never done that. I don't have like these like rushed gowns of my own that I just wear. And they never showed me how to do it, so it's whatever. Oh, sorry, I got a message. But anywho, like the entire time, I get like the owner and my boss, mostly the owner, is like shooing me out of the way, and I'm literally just standing on the side. So it's like, at this point, I'm like, what am I doing here? Why can't I just go home if I'm not needed here? So then anywho, I go sit in the not the jazz lounge, the Sky Lounge, and at that point, they kind of like walked in after they had been shooting in the other room, and were like, can you come sit over here, please? And they weren't even shooting where I was sitting, so I don't know why I had to move. So I moved, blah, blah, blah. And then they were trying to shoot walking backwards, like the girls walking at them while they walk backwards. So my boss was like, can someone hold my back, like to like kind of guide her in what direction to go? And the owner looks at me, and I'm like, I raise my hand, get out of my chair, start walking over. I'm like, yeah, I'll gladly come help. And then she looks at me and she's like, where's this girl? Where's this girl? Like the other girl's name. I don't want to say it, but the other girl's name. She's like, where's this girl? And I turn around and go sit right back in my chair, because at this point I just offered to help. I want to do something and she won't let me do something. So anywho, that happened. I'm trying to think. I don't want to leave anything out. Not all experiences are going to be like this, I don't think. However, this was my personal one. So now I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like at a loss. Like, that was most of it. I think I probably left a couple things out. but I just really don't know what to do. Like, if you have information, if you have worked an internship in the past, like in fashion, please let me know. I just like, this was honestly my first experience in it, and I hate it. I really hate it. Like, it's strictly for clout at this point. Like, oh my gosh, like, guess what I did? You know, but it's like, at some point, like, it's not even that, because I'm not, like, I got hired as PR, and I haven't done any PR. And then I'm doing influencer marketing. I actually didn't even get hired to do, I thought I got hired to do influencer marketing. I didn't. I'm doing influencer marketing. I'm writing like the PR notes and stuff like once, because my eyes were hurting really bad. This was before I got my blue light glasses, which honestly I really think they work, by the way. You should get some if you have a computer job. But like, that's why she said I could write some PR notes. So like, I have 7 more 8-hour shifts, and I'm really, really not sure what to do. If I was actually learning things, like, yeah, sure, yesterday I observed the photo shoot, but most of the day I was just sitting alone in a chair, silent. So for that reason, like, I just kind of feel like I wish I could just quit right now, but I'm just really not sure what to do. So, yep. I guess let me know. I cannot believe I got this to 30 minutes. That's actually insane. But I mean, I guess it's not all bad. Like, on Valentine's Day, they had asked us, like, oh, what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? But like, I don't know. It's just like, even when I'm like working, it's just dead quiet. Nobody really talks, and it's not awkward. It's just like weird that they like want to sit in silence, and I'm just like really not here for it, you know? Like, it's just not fun. Like, if I wanted to sit in silence on my computer, I would have freaking worked for like a data analyst or something, or done accounting or something with like numbers. But I don't want to do that. But anywho, this year has been like very, very insightful. I've learned so much just by living on my own and like living in New York. I'm not really sure what the future holds, but time will tell. I think by May I'll definitely need to have a decision, because I've been like contemplating like going back home, so that me and my boyfriend can be together and like, you know, like start our life like we've always wanted to do. But I just like, I have too much respect for myself and my relationship to throw the entire relationship away, and to throw away my mental health for a job that I don't even want. And like I said, all jobs here might not be like that. It's just like, I don't want to find out and like potentially like damage my well-being and my relationship for a job I thought I wanted, but one that just like ruins me. So like I said, we will see. I still have so many decisions to make. Yeah. So I guess stay tuned. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what you want to see more of. I hope this video was helpful. If you want more clarification on like anything, I guess just like message me at Sydney Bear on Instagram, or I think TikTok is the same, my first and last name. It's also linked in this video, I believe. But like I said, yeah, like please just like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know if you have a question, or want me to go more in depth about something. So yeah, I guess that's it. Have a good day.